guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sneha and today I'm doing the end of the year book tag. This is a fun little tag which was put together by Ariel Bissett. I think she's been doing this pretty much since she started BookTube and she is a BookTube veteran. However, this is my first year doing it. I'll be sure to link her video down below. Do check it out. So I thought it's a fun idea to kind of plan a little for the last couple of months of 2021, which is insane, and also kind of start planning for reading goals in 2022. So yeah, let's get started. First question is, are there any books which you started this year that you need to finish? I'm not someone who really picks up a book, starts reading it, doesn't feel like reading it, puts it down, and then goes to another book and then comes back to this one. I either finish a book to the end and then pick up the next one, or I DNF it and I don't go back. However, there is one book that I want to, that I read a couple of pages of and I definitely want to finish before the end of this year, and that is The Clothing of Books by Jhumpa Lahiri. I talked about this book in my last video, which was a book haul, and I'll link that up and down below if you want to check it out. But this is by one of my favorite authors of all time, and this is about kind of like the art of choosing a book cover for a book. It's a non-fiction book, and I read a few pages of it. Really loved the thoughts and the language of Jhumpa Lahiri as always. But I think I was just not in the mood for non-fiction, so I put it down. But I want to get back to this and finish this before 2021. Next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of year? I live in Mumbai and there's no autumn to speak of. There's hardly a winter to speak of. And I'm also not like a environment seasonal kind of reader. I'm a very much a mood reader. It doesn't depend on external environment for me. It's what I feel. There is one book which definitely fits into the autumn category that I want to read before 2021 ends, and that is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I think this is the OG dark academia book before the fad has started trending on YouTube, Instagram, and all of that. But this is the story set in a boarding school, and it's about this group of friends and their classics professor and how they get into a way of living which is different from their contemporaries. Sounds really mysterious. I have deliberately not, I have seen posts and videos of this book everywhere, but I've deliberately not divulged too much into it, because I think my experience with Donna Tartt with her other book, which is The Goldfinch, is that she's so good at laying the atmosphere and setting the scene and describing the details that I don't want to ruin it for me. So that's why I don't know too much about it. But the synopsis is, the synopsis reminds me of this one particular style of photos which you see on Instagram a lot. It's this sepia toned autumnal dark academia setting. Like there's a scarf, there's this really artistic coffee, there's a person wearing a sweater, and there's this book, and then there's a journal, and it's this really cozy, mysterious academia setting. And this book reminds me of that style of photos so much. So I think it fits the question very accurately. The next question is that, is there a new release which you are still waiting for? I don't really follow a lot of the new releases, anticipated releases stuff which goes on BookTube and Instagram, and so I'll answer this question a different way. That, is there a new release of 2021 which I'm still really excited to read, which I haven't gotten to yet? And the answer to that is Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. I read All the Light We Cannot See, which is very popular. It won the Pulitzer, so clearly, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm very much looking forward to his latest work. So it's about an ancient text, and a bunch of characters who are interconnected because of that particular ancient text. Again, don't know too much about it. That's how I want to keep it. And yeah, this one I definitely want to read before 2021 ends. The next question is 3 books which you want to read before the end of the year. All 3 of my picks are kind of classics in their own right, but I do want to read them before the end of the year. The first one is Paradise by Toni Morrison. I read The Bluest Eye last year. Absolutely broke my heart, but I absolutely loved it as well. And I really want to get to Paradise hopefully before 2021 ends. This is 8 different chapters for 8 different women, and each of them add a different point of view to the narrative. I feel like because she's such a beautiful writer, I will learn a lot from this book. I will definitely be heartbroken, but I will love it. So looking forward to this. Another classic that I want to read is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. First of all, this edition has all my heart and all my love. It has these really fun comic strip illustrations on the front and the back cover and on the French flaps. Of course, the edition itself is not illustrated, it's just a normal text, but the cover is so fun. I've been wanting to get to Frankenstein since a long time, and I think it's high time to get to this. The last one is an Indian book, and it is Chauringi by Shankar. I had thrifted this and I have a video on that. I'll link that up and down below. Do check it out if you're interested. But this is a classic Bengali novel which is translated into English by Arunava Sinha. And this is set in 1950s Calcutta, and it is about a hotel, the grandest hotel in Calcutta at the time, called the Shah Jahan. And it's about the lives and loves of the various people who live or work at this particular hotel, and it's told from the point of view of Shankar, who is kind of like the newest recruit at the hotel. So very much looking forward to this. Hopefully we'll get to this in 2021. So yeah, next question is there a book which you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I think Secret History definitely has potential to become included in my favorites list for 2021. I don't usually have one favorite book for a year. I have a list, and with my previous experience of Donna Tartt, I think this definitely has potential. So I would say this is like my top pick for this question. But if I do have time to get to this book, it also has a high chance, and I'm talking about An Equal Music by Vikram Seth. Again, I talked about this book in my previous video, but Vikram Seth's Suitable Boy was one of my favorite reads for 2021, and given that the success of that book, I think this also has a really good chance of making it to the favorites list, except I don't know if I have time to get to it. The last question for the tag is have you already started making any reading plans for the next year? My reading plans for 2021 have failed utterly and spectacularly. There was just so much going on in this year, both at like a macro level and on a personal and a professional level. So I was reading for comfort, reading for coping genuinely. So my well-intended plans definitely flew out of the window a long time ago, but I kind of want to carry forward those reading goals of 2021 into 2022 because I still think that I need to do these, but hopefully I can do that in 2022. The first of them is to read more non-fiction. I actually had a list on Goodreads, 21 non-fiction books to read in 2021. I think I've not read any of them, very shamefully, but I want to carry that forward for 2022, and I want to read more non-fiction in 2022. I'm a very big advocate for the amount of knowledge, for the amount of perspective that fiction gives you in terms of the different histories of people, different issues that people face around the world, and different issues of the world itself. But I also want to read objectively and factually, and learn more about subjects that interest me. And that's my goal for 22. Read more non-fiction. Hope at the very least read more non-fiction than I did in 21, and at the best do much better. So yeah, that's my first reading goal. The second would be that since last year I finished my reading, the number of books goal for last year I think was 70 if I'm not wrong, and I did beat that by a few books. This year also I had set it at 70 to try and see if I can sustain that, and I am on track to finish that. I am at 62 right now if I'm not wrong. Actually, that's a thing that I'm really proud of. One reading goal that I'm hoping I will meet by 21, and I'm really glad that is going to happen. I want to keep that trajectory going in 22, but I don't want to add too much pressure on myself. So I want to increase that number a little bit. I want to read at least 75 books in 22, which I hope can happen. I want to keep the trend going because genuinely reading gives me so much pleasure. It helps me on my toughest days. It props me up on difficult decisions, and yeah, there's just it just adds so much to my life that I want to keep it going. I don't want reading to fall off the wagon. So going to slightly increase my number of books to be read in 22 from 70 to 75 in 20. The last goal is again a little more vague. I would say I want to pare down my physical TBR. It's at an insane number right now, which I'm very shameful about, and I don't want to divulge. But I want to pare it down. I've never been the. Sometimes I go on like a big binge of buying books, but mostly it is like small batches of books which I continuously keep buying and keep adding. I want to bring discipline into that. I want to cut down my TBR and read as much as I can of the books that I already have, or if I'm not reading, I want to unhaul them so that other people can enjoy them. So I want to bring that discipline into my life, to have some control on what I buy, have some control on what I read, and just get the TBR number down to an achievable number. So yeah, those are all the questions that I have in this tag, and thank you so much for watching. I think it was a fun, I don't really make TBR videos, so it was fun to kind of like think about the next few months and how reading can go, and hopefully they go as per plan, but we'll find out in January 2022. If you're here for so long, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. Do like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.